So, what did you get out of the story?
Well, so far from what I come to understand, it tells of a king giving him a task of not throwing the oil, but at least observe things around him a little bit more. But at the same time, if he focus on just the oil, he's going to miss all the items around him and life itself. So if he's going to fulfill that dream or task of succeeding in the future, he needs to enjoy life first and then values the properties of life outside of that.
Yes, sir. Can you relate the story to your life?
Pretty much. I mean, as an instructor, my goal was to make sure students can do better. But the only way I can get them to do better is I got to do show and tell.
Yeah.
And if I'm showing them how it goes, they can see and give me more insight on their part on how to make it work for me as well.
Yeah, that's kind of the whole reason why we're doing these interviews, just to get another perspective of the story, what other people think. Are there any examples that you focused on the oil too much, like in life?
Well, my goal in life was basically to help kids, and being that I'm focusing on just the kids, I'm actually not enjoying my life for what it's all about. But come to find out, I've lived a life so long till as I progress, say, well, okay, I done did my part. Now it's time for me to go back and start pulling others in.
Yeah.
So I'm the kid carrying the oil and focusing on the
Yeah.
oil in the beginning. But now I found out a new method.
Yeah.
If I swallow the oil, I didn't spill it, and I'm able to still carry on and enjoy life.
Yeah, that's a new perspective. We've never heard that one before. But do you think that now that you heard the story, you can focus more on your life?
Pretty much.
Alrighty, thank you.
You're quite welcome.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
So you got the moral of the story.
The moral of the story is to find a balance in your life, that you don't want to lose sight of your objective, your focus, your goals, but also enjoy life and see things as you go through life.
Okay. So do you think reading the story that you'll focus more on experience everything and not as much the task at hand?
I don't know what I think. It depends on the task.
It depends on the situation. It does.
It depends on the task that you're doing.
It does.
And sometimes some tasks seem more important to you than others.
And then sometimes you just all your focus is on the task. And you're not even worried about the details. Like this year in 707, it was a beautiful place to go. It was nice. It was really nice. And we were just so focused on playing that we didn't really get to see everything. But that's just one example.
Right.
Well, thank you so much.
Is that how you started all
Oh,
this?
no, I didn't.
You know the story. Alright.
Is there a specific event that you thought that you focused too much on the oil and not enough on the task at hand? Thanks, Bryce. You're going to put it right in the way.
So too much on the oil?
Too much on the oil and not enough now you didn't enjoy the experience enough.
Yeah. I think I guess what comes to mind for the too much on for the oil concept is going to have to be like my first job. My first job, that's all I was concentrating on, like lesson plans and test evaluations and assessments and you name it. I was just addressing all of the issues that they told me to address. And I was so concentrated on that, I absolutely had no idea that I wasn't enjoying myself because I had no idea what to enjoy. I was just like, let's go home, let's do this, let's do that, let's do this, let's do that. And then it was just, and by the end of the first semester, I was looking back and I was like, did I even do anything, you know? But, yeah, I would say that that's most definitely one time where I would be way too focused on the oil, and I didn't enjoy any aspect of the castle around me for sure.
So do you think now that you have more experience in your field, that you enjoy it more?
Yeah, there's no doubt that I've absolutely learned how to, like, let some things go. I've learned that, like, some of the things that I have to concentrate on aren't so important, and that I can most definitely, like, focus on just building relationships. I can focus on just, you know, more family time, having this time to do things that I actually want to do. I learned also how to, like, put things where they need to go. I can do this then, and I can do this now, and I can wait for a week to do that. I don't need to rush to do it. Things like that for sure.
Alrighty.
I'm here for your benefit.
What did you get out of the story?
What I got out of the story was exactly what the old man told me to get out of the story. The secret to happiness.
Don't say that.
The secret to happiness is to enjoy all the things around me as well as keep the 2 drops of oil on the spoon.
So the balance.
The balance is most definitely the key for me. You know, my first year in college, I wasn't able to do that. First year in college, you know, I had a beautiful opportunity. I had a chance to play baseball, and I went there and I basically just screwed it up. And because I was stupid, I was young and stupid. And there's no getting around that fact. I enjoyed the castle.
Too much?
I enjoyed the castle too much. Yeah, I mean, it was my first time away from school. Away from home. I had nobody to tell me what to do. I got to get up when I wanted to get up. Well, for the most part, I was playing baseball, so I had to get up sometimes. But I got to do what I wanted to do. I didn't know how to control that. And you know, college offers you many varieties of entertainment, and I didn't know how to handle it, and because I didn't know how to handle it, I lost a lot of opportunities that year. But you know, I lost the spoon, dog. No, I don't even know where a spoon went, you know. But I didn't know how to do that. But I will say that, you know, like from that experience, I gathered a lot of life lessons that have stayed with me to this day, for sure.
So if you were to go back, would you change it all, or would you try to enjoy it more?
I don't think I'd go back and change anything. You know, I mean, like, I got a second chance at playing baseball at a junior college and then threw my arm out. So it just, you know, that wasn't meant to be. But that first semester really taught me, like, that if I wouldn't have went through that first semester, I'm not sure I would have graduated college.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I wouldn't have saw how important college was.
You just got the experience.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say the experience, but it just, like, kind of woke me up. Like, after that first semester, well, really that first year, you know, I came back and I started working at Alcoa, and I was like, no, this is not going to be the life for me. I'm just not going to do this. And because of that, you know, I went back to college with the right attitude, and going back to college with the right attitude completely, totally changed me, and, you know, it led me to where I am right now. So, yeah, it sucked, you know, lost all those great opportunities, but at the end, I mean, I'm now able to help more people because I screwed up. So, I mean, it was most definitely something that I had to endure for, you know, my old man, or whatever you're going to call him. He just, you know, he showed me a different path, and, like, that was all right for me. I don't have what ifs, which I'm okay with. If I don't have what ifs, I'm absolutely all right with that. So, I know what I did, I know what I didn't do, and in doing that, I'm okay, you know? I feel good about where I'm at right now.
So
I'm
yeah,
all right
that's what I
with
was about to ask you. Are you happy where you're at right now?
Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, there's no doubt I'm happy where I'm at right now and what I'm doing right now. I will say that, like, actually, I probably shouldn't say anything. You should ask me a question. You've only really asked me 2, just to be honest with you. I'm putting that in, like, the grading policy as well. So. But I will say this, that, like, now, the story relates to me in a completely different way, being a father and being a husband. More now, I look at the concept of, it's not just one drop of oil on a spoon. When I was in college, that's all it was. Here's my spoon, and I got one drop of oil on it. It's to finish college and get a degree. And that's really all it was. I mean, I didn't really have any other ambitions, because as a college student, that's really the only thing that you really want to do is just, like, let's graduate. But now, you know, I have so many different drops of oil on a spoon. I have drops of oil that deal with me as a husband, a father, a teacher. I have drops of oil that deal with furthering my education. There's numerous things on my spoon now, and I'm able to keep on a constant path for all of these different avenues to succeed in whatever I need to succeed in to help me accomplish my personal legends in those. But the concept is, as well as, like, having all these drops of oil on my spoon, I also have the ability to look around and say, like, I want to go enjoy some things. 3 or 4 years ago, I wouldn't have took the trip to Colorado with my family this past December. But now, you know, seeing, like, my kids and, like, being able to experience things like that, I understand that those things are extremely important, and I need to go do things like that. But I think my wife and I both share in the common goal of like to spend every dollar that we have, and to make sure that our kids have to pay for our funerals out of their own pocket. You know, so I mean, I'm able to enjoy those concepts now. And I like my life a lot better than I'm able to enjoy the castle, if you will. It's just, I truly believe in the story, and I truly believe that the story is an important concept that you have to grasp to understand a novel, for sure.
So do you think it was easier to be a college student and have one drop of oil on your spoon, or be an adult and have a lot of things to do?
I think it is easier to be a college student and have one drop of oil on my spoon, but I think it's way more enjoyable to be an adult and have multiple oil drops on my spoon. Because, I mean, like, I think my life would be completely boring if I just had, like, one thing that I want to do. And I think I'd suck as an individual if I was that way. Like, okay, this month I'm only going to be, like, a great husband. And then, like, next month I'll worry about being a great father. And then the following month I'll worry about being a better teacher. Just, you can't do that. I mean, life doesn't have that. You don't have that. Well, you can make that your option in life, but it's probably not going to be a very good life, or you're not going to have very many friends that way. So I kind of love the fact that there's multiple things on my spoon, and I kind of like challenge all of y'all to put multiple things on your spoon as well.
Good stuff.